Alright, yes. Here we have the InfinityMice Speed V2 pad. I've had this pad for about 2 months testing it before I actually reviewed it. I wanted to get like a good review on this one. So you can see I got the strawberry milk colour. It is so beautiful. In person, it looks so good. It's like pink. It's not like bright pink, hot pink. It's like muted, like strawberry milk. It just looks really good. Yeah, they have other colours. You can get black, purple, and they also have this new blue colour for pre-order. So all the colours for the V2 look really nice. But the pink just looks so good in person especially. So the only like bit of like branding they've got is just the InfinityMice logo bottom right. It looks good in the white. It complements the pads. Doesn't impact me like going over it or anything like that. You don't feel it. And I'm never going over like this certain corner anyway, so it's chill, you know what I mean? It's just, it looks good on the pad. So the packaging for this pad, can't really fit it on the camera, but it's a nice box, square box, so you don't get any damage on the pad. Also can go on the wall, you know, if you want some nice artwork. It does have, as you can see, the waifu on it, but it's nothing outrageous like some of the new pads coming out, you know, not that bad. But if you don't like that, just get rid of the box, hide it. But I feel like the artwork stick on the wall, I don't know. But it looks good, and the pad is protected, like it's square, it's good. Okay, some other things about the pad. It comes in 2 sizes with InfinityMice to do this. You can get the normal version, which I think is 490 by 420, like the standard mousepad size. Or you can get the square size, which is 490 times 490, which is what I always get because they don't even charge extra for it. If you go on Zerk, they do not charge extra for a square size, which I just think is an unreal deal, because if you have the space for it, why not go for the 490 by 490? It's just better in my opinion. Like vertical tracking and stuff like that, I just prefer it. So it's like a no-brainer really that you can get it for that price. While we're talking about price, this is insane value for your money. This is like less than £40. It's like £30 for this pad, and it's insane. InfinityMice, I don't know how they do it, but the quality of these pads is just insane for the price. Like, really, I've had more expensive pads that are nothing like this. They're not as good. Okay, so let's talk about the stitching of this pad. The stitching is just below surface. It's not like you can see it's under surface, but it is basically. It's good stitching, really high quality. Obviously the pink looks good, but you don't feel it or anything. It's like, it's perfect stitching. I'm not going to complain, like it's good. Now the base of the pad. Everyone knows I absolutely love InfinityMice pad bases. They're so good. Like, I don't know, this IPU is so good with like the little InfinityMice logo repeated on it. It's just so good. Like, InfinityMice have the best base I've ever used on any pad. Like, it just is. It's the best base. You can see here, it's like does not move around. This thing, not moving around at all while I'm playing. It has that nice feeling when you lift it up, you know? Just, it lifts up nice and easily, you can move it, but when I'm playing, I cannot move this thing about. It's so good. Okay, so now probably the most important part of the pad is obviously the surface. So what's the surface like on Speed V2 compared to other speed pads, etc. So immediately, it's a textured surface. Like, it's not smooth like some other speed pads. It does have some texture to it. I don't know, it could annoy some people if you're not wearing the sleeve. It could annoy you. There's definitely like friction there, you can feel it. But personally I kind of like it. I don't mind the texture. You obviously get really good speed on it. That's why, like, insane speed. It's like one of the fastest cloth pads I've ever used. I've not tried the Raiden, I would love to. But this is like the fastest speed pad I have in my collection. It's faster than the Energon, faster than anything. It competes with the Sky pad, if I'm being honest, but obviously it's cloth, so it's not as fast. There's no friction on the Sky pad, but this is a really fast pad. You can see like other skates, we've got some cyclones here, like some controlled dot skates. They have really nice speeds on this thing. Like, you feel when you have like some other skates, like control skates on it, they pair nicely with it because you still have that really fast friction. Like, you make those really fast tracking movements or flicks on this pad, which is what you would want to use it for. You still have, like, if you dig in, you can have that micro adjustment. So if you're playing like Valorant, this probably is not the pad for you. You just want a main like attack FPS games where you're going to be microing a lot. You can do it, but it's going to take more effort, more mouse control due to like just the speed, and you're going to need to press down to micro. If you're playing something like Overwatch, tracking games, Apex, this pad's literally perfect just because of the tracking you get, the speed, the like reactivity is so good on this pad. Like, I'm a big fan of it. I love it a lot. The only thing, like, I was playing static on this. For some reason, I think I prefer the glass surface playing static. I don't know, like, you'd think I prefer this, like, cloth for static, but I don't know, it's just something about the glass just felt easier to play static on. It's strange, I don't know. Obviously, I mentioned there's, like, you can definitely feel the pad's, like, texture when you're, like, got your bare skin against it. So I'm going to try it with some different sleeves. So here we have the new wall hack sleeve, and then I don't know if you can hear that, but it does move a bit slower on this pad, and it's definitely louder. Like you can see, I would not wear this sleeve on this pad. Like the performance is so much slower, and it has such a more like tugging feeling, and I think that's just due to the surface of the pad. Like trying to move my arm, it does not go well. Like I would not use this sleeve on this pad. It is just not a good experience. A different experience is the Focus arm sleeve, the Focus X Aim Lab sleeve, the brand new one. This feels much better. I don't know why, but I can move my arm easier. Obviously, it's still quite loud due to the textured like surface, but it's a much better feeling, much better speed. It doesn't produce that like tugging feeling. I still don't think I'd use a sleeve in this pad just because of the loudness of it. Like it doesn't sound good running sleeve across the pad. Okay, the one thing I don't like about this pad is that the surface, it picks up dirt, dust quite easily. So after you've played, just quickly wipe it down or something, but sometimes you can see the dust stays, but it just, the pad picks up dirt easily. So just remember that, you got to clean it a bit. You can see now, it just picks up the dust and it picks up the dirt, but you can just wipe it off. Really, it's just my only like one complaint about it. I want to test it with another speed pad, the Lamzu Energon. It's just a standard Energon, not the Pro, as you can see. But I just want to test the speed difference. Energon is still a really fast pad, comparable to the Raiden I've heard, but this is not as fast as the InfinityMice speed, so if you want something just faster, get InfinityMice speed V2. But the surface, I much prefer the surface on this. It's like really smooth, so you could use your bare skin, use any sleeve because it's smooth. You're not going to get that tugging feeling at all, really. I think you get more control on the Energon as well. This is more easier to play like attack FPS games, anything really, just because you get more control and it's not as fast. But I still think InfinityMice Speed V2 is a better pad just for the price of it. Like this Energon here, if you want the Pro to get a bigger size, better quality, in like £50. But I think it's up to the surface you want as well. If you want the smooth surface, just get the Energon. If you don't care what type of surface it is, the InfinityMice Speed V2 is just better pad. It just is. Okay, so now if we compare it to like a glass pad, we're using the SkyPad 3.0. I think, like I said, the SkyPad obviously has no friction, so it's going to be faster. But they both produce similar speeds, like it's not that crazy. And for some reason, the SkyPad, I just feel more comfortable doing like micros on and static. I don't know what it is, but like there's not the crazy jump. They're both like really fast, obviously, but Speed V2 does like keep up with the SkyPad sometimes. It's good. And of course, the InfinityMice Speed V2 comes in two different styles. You can get soft or mid. I got the mid because my Shogun's a soft, and honestly, it is mid. It's like it's not really plush. If you want to dig in, you have to like really dig into this pad. It's mid, and that's good for speed. Obviously, if you want the mid version, but it's nice to have both, so they can accommodate what both people want. If you want soft or mid, they're both good. Okay, so that's going to be it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I do recommend this pad a lot, and they also have the new artwork one, the Ruin, so that looks good as well. I think it'll be a different surface. I've not tried it, so I don't know, but that one does look good. So if you're interested, check that one out and all. Right, I'll see you lot in the next review in a bit.